Hello friends, this is Otz, and this video is about how we got 50 wins in a row on the Krasue. Now, if you're an old-time viewer, there's a good chance that you found this channel through some of my other 50 wins video that we used to do way more back in the day. We have quite a long backlog of these videos, and in all of these videos, without any exception until now, they always follow the same formula. By the time I had 50 wins in a row, using the same rules more or less that only change ever so slightly over the years, we always had maybe 100 matches to sort through, and I would pick the 4 or 5 best matches that were really nail-biting and really exciting and show them to you in this video compilation. But with this newest killer, I have a problem. I have 50 matches and almost none of them are exciting. There were so many matches where survivors just refused to play and just gave up immediately. This killer is really fun to play, but it doesn't seem like she's very fun to play against for reasons that we'll get into later. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you the one match where survivors actually came pretty close to beating me with my dedicated build to win, and then dedicate the rest of the video to explaining why this killer is so strong and how you can begin to counter her so that you don't have to disconnect like many other survivors have done so far. Now, I don't want anyone to believe that this killer is an automatic win every single time. That's not the case, but even when you're not winning, this killer is so strong and she has so few weaknesses that almost every not victory is a really close tie or a win that you just miss by not playing perfectly. I went through the footage of all of my matches since this character came out, and there was a trend every time I didn't win. Either I was playing a really bad build right when she came out and I really wasn't doing so well, and I still got a lot of hooks, it's not like it was a terrible loss, or I was holding back by using no perks and no add-ons, and then I almost got 3 wins in that one still, or I was playing without a HUD, which I sometimes do to record background footage. In these games where I was holding back, yes, I didn't win, but even then I didn't lose by very much, and I could have won if I just played a little bit better. This killer genuinely feels like she can win in almost every match. Lobbies with very strong perks, very strong anti-tunnel perks that other killers would really struggle with, she has no problem dominating in. Items and add-ons that other killers really struggle to keep up with because they change the pace of the game so much, she sometimes just shrugs off no problem. You could run an incredibly stacked slowdown build and run some of her best add-ons. If you want to know her best builds and add-ons, I guess check my website, I'll be updating it, but you don't even need to. For my 50 wins, I had a very simple build that was super easy to run, and it all flows with her own gameplay, right? What you want to do is you want to find a survivor in human form, spit on them directly, or make the spit bounce off a surface and then hit them indirectly, and then switch to head form. And the head form is so strong that almost no matter where they go, you will be able to outplay it, sometimes even around drop pallets and get a hit and a down, and the build will play itself. We have Pain Res, which will slow down gens anytime you hook a survivor on a particular hook. You have Ruin, which will also slow down gens anytime a survivor is forced to leave a generator, and Undying to keep the Ruin up for a bit longer. And our 4th perk is Surveillance. Surveillance will change the color of a generator to white anytime it's hit by Ruin or also by Pain Resonance, and make it yellow if a survivor has gotten back on it for a few seconds. With this information, you always know where to go, you have no wasted time. And with the Krasue's amazing mobility, it's not like you need add-ons, but we're bringing some of them. We're only using up to green add-ons, and that is more than plenty. The Luckless Mouse makes our flight mode have even more charges, making you pretty much able to cover the entire map if you need to. There's other add-ons as well that do similar things at higher rarity if you want to go for those. And the Pig's Eye, oh my god, this is the thing that really completes this build. It is literally a 5th perk. It is a disgusting add-on that I think would be even too strong if it was a purple, but it's a green. This add-on makes it so that if a survivor starts using the mushroom to cleanse the infection, which is the only way they can counter your head form, their aura is revealed to you. This means that you will almost never lose track of that one survivor that is dead on hook, and this mushroom allowed me to find survivors that were dead on hook so often throughout my 50 wins that I think it pretty much came into play every single game at least one time. It is a disgusting add-on that definitely survivors don't know how to play around yet. So with this build, you would think that having 2 Hex perks is a bit of a risk. After all, if survivors find this totem and cleanse them really early, you will be left with only 2 perks for the rest of the match. But in practice, I found that even if they do this really early, it doesn't matter. If they waste time not doing a generator and you get a down early, which you probably will, you will probably put them in a 3v1 situation with several gens left to go eventually, and no team could recover from that. There was only one team in all of the 50 matches that actually came close to beating me. They got to the end game and could have possibly gotten an exit gate open. They got really, really close to this. But it was by kind of ignoring Ruin and playing very well into the strengths of the map that they got. Let's watch the match and analyze it at key moments to see what they did right. Alright, Badham is a challenging map. I don't know if for this killer is super difficult, but... Oh, good totem plot. Oh, 2 totems in main. This is the only building, along with, I think, Ironworks, that can spawn 2 totems in one spot. I think no other main building can have that. What a weird, lucky or unlucky thing, huh? Oh, scratch marks here. Faint. Oh, shit, where? What? Oh, hi. What? Wasted the pilot, good. Okay. Oh, why should blind me there? Iron probably switch to pet now. This thing I'm doing right now, by the way, I don't think would be very good. Look at this. Like this, I got her by the skin of my teeth, right? But if this killer had already been nerfed, which is gonna happen in presumably a few minutes, I would have been 0.3 seconds late to that. And unless she was very, very clumsy, that should have been a miss. Or not a miss, because I probably wouldn't have even gone for it, right? So, yeah. I don't know if I want to chase shack. Maybe I could go up the building. This is the most progress done, though. Oh, wow. They really let go around it, huh? Okay, I don't know if that was a sprint burst, but this kill is out of here, man. Very nice. That's so unfortunate for her. She gives me a hit, she gives me an infection and a pallet. And that's really, really important because I wanted all of those 3 things. Oh, she's dead here. I think I messed up a little bit, honestly. I messed up. She actually had a chance to dodge me, I think, but if I had done it correctly, not even a chance. Yeah, the rate at which you get pain rest on this killer is ridiculous. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell are you doing? Are you stupid? Like, why would you want to reveal yourself here? Is that not, like, really unwise? Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe they know what they're doing. What? Oh, she kept running. Okay. This girl has a plan, it seems. Ooh, that mind giving myself moment is maybe gonna cost me. Okay. Or maybe not, because we got her infected so quickly. So Claudette is in shack, healing, possibly. This pallet should be unsafe after you drop it. Oh, she didn't go to the right place. Fair enough. Hold up, let's use third person. I honestly got a little bit carried away there. Not my best play, but because she would be dead on hook if I down her, I think this is really useful for me. She played that well. Wow, played that really well actually. And she dies. Oh, doesn't die here. That excellent, that hard there. I didn't think she could do it. Thought animation would block her, but she does die here though. That doesn't make any sense. There's only one tiny problem, chat. I don't think I can hook her. Because basement's not nearby. I need to break this, I think. For a hook. I might be losing the game just to 3 gens popping now. If they're split them super well. Was that the right call to... Yeah, absolutely. I had to break this. Wow, excellent play by her. I think I switched to fight actually. Oh, that's huge for me though. Yeah, the cooldown is so big, I don't think it makes much sense to ever do that. Oh, I got a bit of, what do you call it? Lag. This building's really not safe for her. Oh, excellent sprint burst again. I don't think you could do that in the next patch, but it's a little hard to tell. Definitely not this, though. This, maybe? I mean, how long am I gliding on that car, do you think? Like, a quarter of a second? If it's more than a third of a second, then I can't really do it next patch. We will be testing it out when it comes out. This is not amazing for me. We could lose this. That one Death Heart, dude, was so good. Oh, found them. Sprinburst on everyone. This is really, really good. And they have a mushroom as well, which I think is pretty smart. Oh, that wasn't so good, I think. Okay. This could be a good way to buy a bit of time. I think this is excellent, but we'll see. Okay. Look sideways, just in case of a flashy, maybe? They do have one, right? And we're looking for a paint. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, dude. We're looking for a painters, ideally. Claudette should be... I don't see her. Oh, wow, she's out. They cleanse it up. So this gen has the most progress. And it's pretty dead. That's a good sign, I think. Oh, hi. There's a Jill here. Lithe, okay. One tiny problem, chat. Okay. The person that cleansed that totem is dead on hook, which means they're out of the outfield, though. I'm just gonna do this because someone's on this gen. Whoever it is also dead on hook. Yeah, it's Claude. Oh, dude, that Sprinburst is so good, actually. Let's see if this works on her. That's so lucky. You could have hit an M1 for me. That definitely wouldn't work. Like, I am hugging the hell out of that, surely. Surely that wouldn't work. Alright, this will definitely put them in a 3v1 unless she does something insane right now. But we actually know every exhaustion perk from this team. Sprinburst on 2 girls, Lithe on, I think, Jill? And Dead Heart on the V. Okay, hurry up. Let's see who this is, maybe. V. Be careful on the Dead Heart. Probably... Okay. I don't know how you can miss. You've really got to be bad at this. To miss this, but I... Leave it to me. Okay. She's doing so good, actually. Oh, look at my mobility, though. Look how much I have. Oh, man. Can this actually be a play? That's so good. This girl's doing so good. That would have been a dead hard if she did it right, maybe. It's a little difficult. When you drop down, you have like a second where you can't do it, so... Not sure if that was what she was trying to do. Okay. This is the hardest we've been pushed, I think, with this killer. You know, a little while. Ruin was not cleansed. They found one totem, and they probably wouldn't be looking for the other one in the same building. Wow. Called it. This is a little scary, actually. Last gen pops, this could be bad. And I think last gen could pop. Oh, man. She went for the gate. This is good for me, though. I think. Yeah. Yeah, with nerf, Krasue, we definitely would have lost this game. Look at that hit. That doesn't change, though. That would have happened regardless. They need this gate open, and they need a miracle here. Which I don't think can happen. We know she doesn't have Dead Heart. Only problem is I can't really let her open this gate. Because if I do... If I let her open this gate... they could trade hooks and then this girl could unhook herself with 4% or with Deli. So... I'm so sorry, I need to do this just for safety. Alright, likely they don't have it if they're disconnecting, but... Just to be safe. Wow, good match, dude, good match. They definitely could have played for the one man out. But they wanted more, I respect it. Alright, so understanding what they brought. Crazy, crazy stuff from V, by the way. Ooh, made for this, damn. And, yeah. Well played. Now, even though this match was the one where I sweated the most, there were also a few other moments here and there where I struggle against certain things, and it made me realize there are a few things that survivors can do to make your life harder. If you play killer, be aware of this, and if you play survivor, try to emulate what I'm going to show you because it could save your life against this killer. The simplest thing that I saw survivors use to extend their chase was sprint burst, especially when paired with visual so that you can use it more frequently. No other exhaustion perk seems to work so well against Krasue unless you're really good at hitting it that hard. Sprint burst simply makes it so that the killer cannot infect you as quickly, sometimes makes a miscalculation when trying to select a target, and consistently when I had survivors to sprint burst, my matches were a lot harder, their chases were a lot longer, and I think this is the one perk to go for if you expect this killer. Another thing that I saw one survivor do in this Laris match that was absolutely brilliant was the strategy employed by this Ada right here. She understood that if she unhooks a survivor, that survivor right now stays infected. This might get patched in the future, but right now, the survivor of the hook is still infected, which means that they are a super easy target for me to hit with my head form. Even if they tank a hit, I can just do it again immediately and they'll go down in 10-second stops. So what she did was use 4 of the people on that survivor, and this completely flips the situation. Now the survivor is healthy, I will need to hit them many more times, and if I go for Ada herself, because I'm in head form and she's not infected, I can't really down her. So this makes my life a lot harder if I'm tunneling. And if I'm not tunneling, what she did next was also really smart. She used the perk Plot Twist to down herself and begin healing. Obviously, she's broken from 4 of the people, so she can't really heal, but she will get to that 99 recovery, and when the broken is over, which happens faster because she has visual, she picks herself up and she's fully healed, and now you have 2 healthy survivors, and this is such an efficient way to do it. Bring in perks that allow you to keep a teammate on the hook for longer, like Reassurance, or steal a hook stage from them to make the tunneling harder for the killer could be one of the keys to play against this killer in its current form. At the end of the day, no matter what you have or what you bring, this killer is very strong. The one thing you have to hope for is that they don't play perfectly. If they do play perfectly, it's generally very difficult to get anything done. But luckily for you, a lot of people don't play her perfectly. I'm going to show you a survivor match where I was playing against Krasue, and they made a few key mistakes here that made their match so much harder, and we could actually exploit a lot of their weaknesses this way. Let's analyze it play by play. I was going to say, do we want to undo this damage? Most likely not. Okay. I don't want to be caught in the open, but... Alright, so one thing that's going to become very obvious later is that this killer doesn't have a one strategy fits all. You need to adapt constantly. Most of the killers you want to split up against always. Some of the killers you want to move together with your teammates, like for example twins, so you can kick Victor. But with this character, you don't always want to be doing the same thing. If none of you are infected and she's in human form, it's a good idea to split up so that she doesn't infect 2 people back to back. But be careful, because when you go in the open, this killer can catch up really quickly or hit you from afar if she's in human form. Okay, Shimi's aimed at. I'm dropping. What? That reaction right there is exactly the same one that every survivor has when this killer immediately hits you after spitting on you. Unlike other projectile killers that throw a projectile and then have a bit of a pause before they can do a basic attack, the Krasue can pretty much do it immediately, which means that you have to assume that you're always going to be within launch distance and somewhat play accordingly. It's difficult, but keep in mind this is a part of this killer that will most likely be nerfed in the future. That was a little odd. No worries though. What do we have here? A pallet that's not gonna be any good if I get infected. And then... Okay. That's not too bad. Okay. Okay. That's really good. Unfortunately, she can do it immediately again, so that's a little disappointing. We should have a pallet here. So here we're about to see why it's so important to delay the infection as much as you possibly can as a survivor. Because I'm not infected, the Krasue has not yet switched to her head form and doesn't have third person. And that's why she's about to get stunned by a pallet, because she couldn't see me around the corner. Nice, maybe she didn't see it. Once she switches to third person, getting stunts like this, I mean, if you get them, it's great because the head form gets stunned for longer, but getting stunts like this is almost impossible, and getting mind games in some loops is entirely impossible because her third person is just so powerful. So remember, while she's not in third person, you can get away with cheeky plays like this. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Oh, I thought she was getting greedy. Now that we have a bit of distance, we could actually run to main. And there's a chance we can use some strong stuff in here. Do not give her a line of sight for the easy spit. She seems a bit newer. She's not playing this super tight. Oh, Christ. Okay, well, she's playing better than we gave her credit for. I pre-dropped this. And unfortunately, now she can turn into a head. And this part is... Pre-drop it. Okay. Alright. Need to bait her. She's gonna do it now. Oh, someone wants to body block for me, actually. Thanks, they body blocked. I make it out. Oh, that was brilliant. She switched to body, actually. On chilling. I actually broke that. Let's make it to Shaq then. Alright, so situations like this are a little bit awkward. Against a lot of other killers, if they make the tiniest mistake, you can just leave the loop and go for something else. But this killer is so fast in head form that leaving it is almost a impossibility. So you need to hope that they struggle a lot and maybe that a teammate comes by and helps you, which is what ended up happening. Oh, so far, so good. She should switch to head back again. But Shaq can actually be played against head. I just need to print up the pallet. In case it's not obvious why Shaq is so good against Krasue's head form is because you have a very strong window and a very strong pallet next to each other, and you can chain them together so that even if she vaults one, she will never really catch you. This is something that also applies to other places similar to Shaq that have a very strong pair of pallets or a strong pair of window and pallet. So look for places like this. They might be one of the few things that can extend your chases. Oh, Christ. Nice, she whiffed. We actually... Oh, she sends herself to basement. So obviously that whiff there is evidence that this killer is a little bit nervous and they're not playing perfectly. That's great for us. In the open, trying to make this killer miss is almost impossible, especially if they're paying attention, because the power is very forgiving. The hitbox is very wide. You will almost never make them miss. It does seem, however, that crouch stacking them is possible in some places. If you are below the killer, you can crouch and sometimes make them miss. And if you are around some obstacle, you might as well try. In an absolute desperate situation, it could grant you a few more seconds. Careful there. We want to pre-drop this super quickly. If she vaults, we vault the window. She switches forms. Awesome. And now we make distance again. Oh, dude, this is a killer that just has never played with this killer or hasn't played too much, and she's now being shown her on the map. Unfortunately, yeah, I need Claudette. Claudette. Alright, so what I was hoping Claudette could do for me is to body block. One of the reasons why this match went so well is because earlier, the uninfected Ace came in while the killer was in head form and body blocked for me. A killer that's in head form cannot immediately damage survivors that are uninfected. Even if they are injured, you need to hit them so many times before. It's very suboptimal. So basically, when she's in head form, any survivor not infected becomes a potential body blocker, especially if that survivor is not dead on hook or otherwise very vulnerable, right? So this is something that if you can pull it off, it's one of the best ways to counter this killer. It was really hard to expect solo players to do it, and here, honestly, it was my mistake. All right, can we get a quick heal? Uh-oh. Oh, she's actually going for someone else, or? Not sure. Not sure, I think not. Do I start healing? If someone stuns the killer or blinds them, I lose the killer. If I get hooked again... Okay. I'll be honest, man. I don't think I'm gonna last super long here. Especially once it switches to head in a second. She's gonna... Ooh, wait, let's take her to the part of the map that we haven't really seen so much of. I'm gonna be honest, chat. Healing here makes no sense whatsoever for me, because I'm gonna be permanently broken anyway in like 5 seconds. Oh, she switches back! Oh, dude, that's all you had to do, man. That's all you had to do. Oh wait, this is still blocked. Okay, I think she's there. Yeah, she is. This has been unblocked. She did break this pallet. Uh-oh. Okay, I think this is it, chat. I think I'm dead. Wait, what's going on? Mr. Killerman? I cannot use my medkit because I'm broken, so... Oh, I think she's opening the gate. Maybe she gave up? Every killer can have a bad match, but... This killer did not really get to do what this character is capable of. They also had a fucking stack lobby here. Holy P100 on everyone. Those of you watching at home that play a lot of survivors, you might be dreading the idea of playing against this killer over and over for the next few weeks or even months, but don't worry, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. During this streak already, she got some minor nerfs and more nerfs likely are coming in the future. So anything that you've seen so far works against her now and will work against her even more in the future. The first set of nerfs was quite minor. The one thing that really made her a little bit weaker is her pallet vaulting ability is now a bit slower. Unfortunately, she can run the perk Dissolution, which makes this kind of not of a problem because pallets will break anyway, but okay, let's forget about that. She is getting weaker, so don't worry, there will be something you will be able to do eventually. Now, if you want to see a real 50 wins video where we actually had to struggle, where we actually had to suffer, where it took us dozens of attempts to even get there, these are my two favorites over there. Quite old, but I think really, really good videos still. I'll see you in the next one, if there is a next one. Thank you for watching.